That is certainly looking a little bit like a Zeus. Zeus special will be Cassante in the end.
Yeah, so wanting to bulk out the front line a bit here, although I think Life have better tools for it.
Yeah.
Barney, so they will lock that in. A lot of power to cut through these tanks, and also it means you're not dealing with a full armor Cassante and Ornn.
That should be able to get stuff done. Resets versus resets. I think very even when it comes to the draft. Top of the Rift for game 3.
They ended up giving them the critical edge to win that one. As we could be looking at a world right now where T1 have a 2-0 lead in this series, had certain events not come to pass in game 1. I think a lot of fans would say that it should be a 2-0 lead right now for T1. T1 looking to start this Dragon up already here, even with Zaka having a little bit of control mid lane. Peanut will come and suss this out, but he is on vision.
Yeah, T1 with some priority here towards his bottom side. We'll move up as 3. Try and answer this as Peanut pokes his head in. That is a decent searing charge, but Arctic Assault gets Peanut out of there, but now won't have that Q available. That will be the Drake going over to T1. First Mountain collected here for a composition with 2 tanks. That is scary as Needlework has come out here. Doran fighting against the Cassante and will be able to stay alive with that extra healing from the ultimate. Oh, Peanut, I believe, has slinked towards the north of this lane right now.
They just want Zeus to commit to a trade. Burn some mobility aggressively.
Oh, there's the hook, and Delight throws out the lantern there as well. I don't think they'll require it as Zeus looks to try and charge up that dash. Just amazing. The ulti's going to go wide as well. The all-out to bring Zeus out of there, and he didn't even need Owner's help.
The massive outplay there from Zeus avoids everything. Just thank you for all your resources top side. I get out, I press goes, easy peasy. Now he's putting the pressure on himself.
Let's see what Delight can actually get done here. Chain, not quite going to connect, but there is the Ram. It's going to get called, gets a knock-up only on to Delight right now, but his owner goes down so incredibly low. Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, Dawning Shadow to try and keep them alive, and Doran is just dashing around with reckless abandon. The Drake goes to Harmor Life, and they manage to pick up Zeus. Emperor's Divide used just to get them the heck out of there. As Orc, what are you doing, mate? And we'll be just fine. Peanut gonna stop him one more time, as this is getting a little bit rough now. Zeka moving on over. There's the ulti. It does come on through. They dive on in. Emperor's Divide gonna be avoided here by the Yone. But in comes Gumayushi. Over the wall goes Peanut, but he's once again met with another T1 member, and they are routed where they stand.
I mean, this is a huge overcommitment there, and there's a reason why Owner is gonna back in that location and not feel too afraid.
For the Yone, Zeus off on an angle, has a Mega Blast Cone to get himself into that front line exactly where he wants to be. Death Sentence goes wide, and now Doran into the mist has been a bit immune, but Gumayushi, he's not. The Yone dives on top of him. Super Mega Death Rocket, it is yet another fight. Started off with a Jinx getting excited as Owner not able to get his own reset. Great hook, but it's onto Zeus. That's not a priority target. That movement speed for Viper is now wearing off. Oh, that Q, but it's a great catch from Delight, and Peanut's gonna lock down that kill. Now Gumayushi running for the hills, great cleanse, but it's not gonna dodge a rocket. That is going to go into the back of his head, and T1 once again going to lose out on the fight. Good flash from Faker, but these death sentences are just magnetic. I think both of them feeling like they need to make like that play to get to that next level, that unexpected play that could possibly just create that edge. That might be throwing Shelly down here towards this top side as Zeus deals with the minion wave really nicely. The ulti is buffered, and it's thrown out by Zeus as well, so he's not going to die and not going to be able to catch the Yone.
Of dealing with the pressure there. You do see them moving over to capitalize, so now with this pressure on the top of the jungle.
Yeah, Gumayushi actually sticking around for a little bit longer than he needs to as the Permafrost and Super Mega Death Rocket to give the kill to Viper.
A wild attempt, but it's going down fast.
Yep. The control ward in the back of the pit is going to be taken down, but it does give Humble Life Esports full information. Hook now going to come on through. Flame Chompers go down. They do manage to secure the Baron, but can they find the fight as they split the Red Sea? As in goes the Yone, finds absolutely no one. Double knock-up from Carrier is fantastic, and they're on top of Viper in an instant. Double kill for Faker, and this is on top of the Baron they've already taken. Humble Life Esports just caught napping.
And this is how you know, I mean, Faker ends up picking up the kills here, but you know this is a Faker call. This is his experience. They know they're tracking the teleport on Doran. Not really able to engage or flank with no vision, no teleport wards for Zeka.
Yeah, they do have the teleport, so there's at least that. He can teleport onto the ward or something like that. They get a nice knock-up onto Doran, but he's just barely inside the mist. They do get the Glacial Prisoners Carrier. May have stepped too far forward. That is a lot of CC, but he just baited them in, and then the Ram comes down. Viper trying to dodge, but he's He's going to get thrown back into the waiting arms of T1. It's more kills for the god of the mid lane, and T1, they're looking to take more. It's just the press W and I'm fine composition here from T1.
There's so much disengage here for T1 if Zeka ults in to try to follow up on the Viego. He just is going to get instantly popped. The fact that Faker can sit back here with Emperor's Divide and Flash is so horrifying.
Another hook this time, it's onto Faker. He finds the playback as well, but the sands can be shifted. And Faker is going to be all right. I'm really excited because Delight's landing so many of these great hooks.
I feel like the only person they would want to go on is Guma, but Guma has cleanse. So even if he does hit a hook on Guma, it gets cleansed. They're probably not going to go in on it. So
the parry is positioning so good here. And, you know, Owner's not really in danger at all. Look at the lack of vision here. Trying to identify where the best target is. Peanut does have flash.
So one smite, so don't have to threat the double smite. I think it still needs a while before you can rotate it through again.
Yep, they do have information that this is going down. Mega Scryer is going to come on in there. Carrier doesn't have the smite available as Control Ward will go down. Ornhorn sounds here as they look for the turn. Knockup is going to land, but it's onto Zeka. It's not Viper this time, but they have now split up Homolife Esports. Haven't quite been able to find the engagers. Doran, not exactly an optimal target, as he does get into his miss.
Viper actually backed, so
he did. I wonder what he was actually going back for. As the Super Mega Death Rocket comes on in, it just sails over the top of the Baron. Does have teleport, can join this fight at a moment's notice. As T1, they have got this Baron down extraordinarily low. I think it's actually going to be taken this time. Never mind. They are going to turn the big teleport as Emperor's Divide. Going to be flashed out of the ulti, avoided once again. As Zeka also gets himself out of trouble. Doran going golden, but he is so incredibly low and will be taken out. The hook comes in and there is another ram to come down. Peanut flashing away, and this time the Searing Charge is not going to do it. But Delight is not going to be so lucky. The double knockup is gigantic from Zeka, who once again drifts away from the fight. But Homolife Esports have lost too much, and T1 have lost no one.
And it's not a trade. We've seen so many of the trades go Homolife's way with 1-for-1. Viper lives.
Oh, Peanut possibly engaged on here, as Jonas Strong is giving us the full zoom. That is massive. The snare is Zeka going to be taken out at the same time as the Baron. Gumayushi with the fancy moves, and T1 are going to march up the mid lane.
And now without the Yone, who has been that threat on the back line, every time we've seen Guma in trouble, it's usually been Zeka, the one providing the threat. Homolife Esports in a much worse position to try and fight this off. I think they just have to give up the mid inhib, but their top inhib is open, so this could just be double inhib for T1 before Zeka's even back up.
Whoa, Doran not immune. I can confirm, taking a lot of damage here from Faker with that Leandri's Anguish. And T1 going to take their first Nexus turret. That was dead in a blink of an eye.
One cannon minion here.
Position, yeah.
Still allowing them to continue to put the pressure on. They can take out this inhibitor here in top side. 2 inhibs down, waiting for that next wave. Homolife, 7 seconds for Zeka, but how much of an impact will his ult really make? It hasn't been his day here. It hasn't been his game.
Yeah, there's the ram once again. It is the ulti from Peanut, but not able to interrupt the call of the Forge God. Now Doran doing a lot of work with his scissors as Peanut able to get back, but that's not a reset for Viper. Just barely not able to get it done, and the Yone falls down. It's Owner that locks that one up, and now it's his turn to pop up in the fight. Faker finds a triple just immediately, and T1 move to match point.
This could have just been a 3-0 for T1. They are driving the pace of this game. They are the ones ensuring that they are in control throughout the entire thing.